Guru Num Tare Tore Mama Guru Vajradhara Bhattaraga Manju Shri Vagindra Sumati Jnana Shasana Dara Samudra Shri Bhadra Sarvasiddhi Ayupanni Jnana Pochi Guru Ye Swaha Guru Ye Swaha Tare Tore Sarvasiddhi Ayupanni Jnana Pochi Guru Ye Swaha Dare Dore Ma Guru Vajradhara Bhattaraga Manju Shri Vagindra Sumati Jnana Shasana Dara Samudra Shri Bhadra Sarvasiddhi Ayupanni Jnana Pochi Guru Ye Swaha Dare Ma Guru Vajradhara Bhattaraga Manju Shri Vagindra Sumati Jnana Shasana Dara Samudra Shri Bhadra Sarvasiddhi Ayupanni Jnana Pochi Guru Ye Swaha Om Dare Ma Guru Vajradhara Bhattaraga Manju Shri Vagindra Sumati Jnana Shasana Dara Samudra Shri Bhadra Sarvasiddhi Ayupanni Jnana Pochi Guru Ye Swaha Bhattaraga Manju Shri Vagindra Sumati Jnana Shasana Dara Samudra Shri Bhadra Sarvasiddhi Ayupanni Jnana Pochi Guru Ye Swaha. This is a mantra of Aryatara, wish fulfilling wheel. Combined with the long name mantra of His Holiness the Dalai Lama. So Om Tare Re, so long life Tara, white Tara, Om Tare Re Ayupanni Jnana Pochi Guru Ye Swaha. Becomes the long life Tara mantra, and it's mixed with Om Guru Vajradhara Bhattaraga Manju Shri Vagindra Sumati Jnana Shasana Dara Samudra Shri Bhadra Sarvasiddhi. Tare Oma Guru Vajradhara Bhattaraga Manju Shri Vagindra Sumati Jnana Shasana Dara Samudra Shri Bhadra Sarvasiddhi Ayupanni Jnana Pochi Guru Ye Swaha. Dare Ama Guru Vajradhara Bhattaraga Manju Shri Vagindra Sumati Jnana Shasana Dara Samudra Shri Bhadra Sarvasiddhi Ayupanni Jnana Pochi Guru Ye Swaha.
Let's send the photo to. Thank you so much.
This is the prayer of Buddha. The prayer known as the three continuum, or the daily practice in three parts. Teacher, perfect transcendent conqueror, thus gone, destroyer of harm, utterly pure and perfectly enlightened one, possessing perfect knowledge and conduct, you who have gone to place knower of the world, steersman for all beings to be trained, unexcelled teacher of gods and humans, to you, Lord Buddha, glorious conqueror Shakyamuni, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. So that was said three times. And then the prayer continues, chief among humans, when you were born, you took your first steps upon this earth and said, I am supreme in this world. To you, who then revealed your wisdom, I prostrate. You of perfect form, supreme in possessing the utterly pure kayas, ocean of wisdom, you are like a golden mountain. Your fame radiating throughout the three worlds, protector who attained the highest level, to you I prostrate. You who have the supreme marks, your countenance like the immaculate moon, your color like gold. To you I prostrate, to you free of flaws, unmatched in the three realms, unequaled in the wisdom you possess. To you I prostrate, protector with great compassion, being omniscient, you are the teacher, filled of infinite merit and good qualities. You who are thus gone, to you I prostrate, through purity freeing from attachment, and through virtue liberating from the lower realms. Lower realms, unique in leading to the supreme ultimate truth, to the Dharma that brings peace, I prostrate. Those who, being liberated, show the path to freedom and dwell perfectly in the purity of the trainings, as are filled with the qualities of the sublime. To the Sangha too I prostrate. Do not wrong at all, perfectly accomplish good, and utterly tame your mind. This is the teaching of the Buddha. Like stars, vision apparitions, candle flames, magic tricks, dewdrops, bubbles, streams, lightning flashes, clouds, see all compounded things as being like these. By this merit may we attain the level of omniscience, overcome all the enemies that are our faults, and free from the ocean of existence all beings buffeted by the waves of aging, sickness, and death. Next is the seven-limb prayer. Present, past, and future, in the worlds of 10 directions, to all of you with body, speech, and mind, and sincere mind, I bow down. With the energy of aspiration for the Bodhisattva way, with a sense of deep respect, and with as many bodies as atoms of the world, to you, all Buddhas visualized as real, I bow down. On every atom of Buddhas, numberless as atoms, each amidst a host of Bodhisattvas, and I am confident the sphere of all phenomena is entirely filled with Buddhas in this way, with the infinite oceans of praise for you and oceans of sound from the aspects of my voice. I sing the breathtaking excellence of Buddhas and celebrate all of you gone to bliss. Sweet music, scented oils and parasols, sparkling lights and sublime incense I offer to you, victorious one, fine dress and fragrant perfumes, sandalwood and heaped highest monk mirror, all wondrous offerings in spectacular array I offer to you, victorious ones, and so forth. So in short, whatever slight positive potential I may have created by paying homage or making offerings, acknowledging my faults, rejoicing, requesting that the Buddhas stay and teach, I now dedicate all this for full awakening. And then next is the blessing for the tea. And then this is blessing for the sweetened ceremonial rice. 9 mountain rings. Here are the Sumeru, king of mountains, in the center, in the east, Purvavideha, in the south, Jambudvipa, in the west, Aparagodhaniya, in the north, Uttarakuru, to the east, Dehan Videha, to the south, Chamara and Aparachamara, to the west, Shatta and Uttaramantrina, to the north, Kaurav and Kaurav. Here, the jewel mountain, the wishing tree, the wonderful cow, and the spontaneous harvest, the perfect wheel, the precious wheel, precious jewel, precious queen, the precious minister, the precious elephant, the precious horse, the precious general, and the vast and great wealth. Here, the lady of charm, lady of garland, lady of song, love, lady of song, dance, lady of flowers, lady of incense, lady of lamps, and lady of perfume. Here, the sun and the moon, here, the jeweled canopy and the banner of universal victory. In the center is all the bountiful wealth of gods and men. All these pleasing offerings, pure, perfect, and complete, we offer to you, gracious root teacher, together with all the glorious and sacred teachers of the lineage. In particular, we offer these pure rams to you, and complete master of the doctrine, refuge and protector, Lord of the conquerors, omniscient and all-seeing one, glorious and noble Lord, jumping on los and that from your lips we may receive, that we make this offering of mandala to request you to accept our offering to stay long life. Accept it with your compassion for the sake of all beings, and accepting it, grant your blessings, we pray. This ground, anointed with perfumes, strewn with flowers, adorned with Sumeru, the 4 continents and the sun and the moon, thinking of it or visualizing it as a blessed Buddha field, we offer it to you. May all beings enjoy the pure Buddha field. So we request you, our Guru, to live for 100 eons in order to spread the Dharma for the benefit of all sentient beings, sitting on the lion throne. This comes from 100 deities of Tushita heaven. In the sky before me on a lion throne with lotus and moon seed sits the holy Guru with his beautiful smiling face, supreme filled of merit for my mind of faith. Please stay for 100 years to spread the teaching. Next is the long life prayer of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, written by his 2 tutors. It's called the Song Accomplishing Immortality. Magical dance of the infinite conquerors, 3 secrets, all appearing in such ways as tame. wish-granting gems, source of all the worlds and nirvanas, the goodness, assemblies of kind, direct and lineage gurus. To you we make requests with intense longing. Grant inspiration that Indrajats, O Lord of the land of snows, may live 100 eons, unperishing, and his aims be achieved of themselves. Dustless apparitions of great bliss wisdom acting like clouds in the whole Dharmadhatu sky, appearing as countless supporting and supported mandalas, all you assemblies of Yidam deities, Ishtadevta. To you we make request with intense longing. Grant inspiration that Tenzin Gyatso, Lord of land of the snows, may live 100 eons, unperishing, and his aims be achieved of themselves. Abandonment and realizations complete. You help with perpetual play of the light of your actions in oceans of samsaric worlds. 10 powers ones, O gods of gods, all you infinite conquerors of the 3 times. To you we make request with intense longing. Grant inspiration that Tenzin Gyatso, Lord of the land of snows, may live 100 eons, unperishing, and his aims be achieved of themselves. Liberating truly from the 3 worlds a store of jewels of uttermost purified peace, abundance of welfare unmoving, all good unpolluted, collections of holy dharma of the 3 vehicles. To you we make request with intense longing. Grant inspiration that Tenzin Gyatso, Lord of the land of snows, may live 100 eons, unperishing, and his aims be achieved of themselves. Most brave in smashing the rebirth cycles machinery, gifted with gnosis, directly appraising true meaning, not stirring from liberations of Vajra City, all Arya Sangha of liberated knowledge. To you we make request that with intense longing, grant inspiration that Tenzin Gyatso, Lord of the snows, may live 100 eons, unperishing, and his aims be achieved of themselves. In the skies, Sora's land, the palace places, the journal grounds, with play that enjoys in 100 ways bliss and voidness, helping yogins accomplish the unexalted path, assemblies of heroes and darkinis of the 3 classes. To you we make request with intense longing. Grant inspiration that Tenzin Gyatso, Lord of the land of snows, may live 100 eons, unperishing, and his aims be achieved of themselves. With an inseparable knot fixed on your hair, as seal of your commission from Vajradhara, skilled in guarding the doctrine and its holders, O ocean of Dharma protectors with wisdom eyes, to you we make request with intense longing. Grant inspiration that Tenzin Gyatso, Lord of the land of snows, may live 100 eons, unperishing, and his aims be achieved of themselves. By virtue of this request to the non-deceptive supreme refuges, with intense heartfelt devotion, may the sole protectors of the land of snowland beings, racked by degenerate ages, ceaseless torture, exalted Ngawang Losat Tenzin Gyatso, his 3 secrets, unaltered, unchanging, non-declining, stay ever firm on his throne of quite indestructible Vajra essence for oceans of eons, unshakable. Just as he wishes, who bears on his brave shoulders the burden of all the infinite conqueror's deeds, with the essence of jewels that benefits all by powerful divine actions, may it happen spontaneously with the fortunate eons, age of perfection's sky door, thus from 3 beings always into refreshing spring of the sage's doctrine, increasing in all times and places. May lucky signs spread to samsara's nirvana's peak. So today here we are in Dharamsala. So here in Dharamsala we are gathered. So people from all over the world who are interested in Dharma, the Buddhism, this place for them is a place where they can gather with delight and joy. So on my part, I was someone born in the Amdo region of Tibet and then moved to central Tibet and then sat for my final Geshe degree exam in the courtyard of the monastics, universities, and in the Chokhang Cathedral. So someone who is able to create fortune for other beings. So I am living here, and your devotion and faith in me is incredible. So I was, of course, born in Amdo, Dome, and moved to Lhasa, central Tibet, and studied Buddhist philosophy and logic, and so forth. And then I have received many oral transmissions, guided instructions, and in empowerments, tantric empowerments. And from my senior tutor, late senior tutor, Ling Rinpoche, Abje Ling Rinpoche, I received many teachings, and I feel grateful to him. Extremely great. He was very kind to me. Ling Rinpoche didn't make crack jokes much, but was always quite stern. But he was very kind to me. I'm grateful to him. And then Gyabje Trijang Rinpoche was there. And then I had other existence in debate and philosophy. And Deyang Tsenship was one of them. And of course, he was quite learned. But I used to bully him. Deyang Tsenship wasn't so clever as such, so I could actually deceive him and bully him. And we were very friendly as well. Very friendly. And so these assistants, debate assistants, were very kind to me. I'm grateful to them. And then amongst them was Kinnaur Tsogni, who was a Mongolian scholar, and he was very good at the precise catching the precise points of the debates and the scriptures. So he was one of the Tenships who really helped me. And then while I was in Lhasa, I received from Yongzin Dorjichang, Gyabje Ling Rinpoche. I studied under him philosophy, but since then, since a quite a long time, we have been living in exile here in India, in Dharamsala. So this has given us a very good opportunity to be in exile. If we had not become exiles, but followed our traditional way of life, for me personally, for example, I wouldn't have been able to go through the scriptures that well. I would have been following the traditional ceremonies where I sit pompously, formally, And so, having become exiles has been very good for us. And so all Tibetans, whether inside Tibet or outside in exile, have total devotion and faith in me. And from my side, I have done my best, sincerely doing what I have been doing and with dedication. And so, today, you, the people of Kinnaur, are giving me, offering this long life prayer ceremony. So today, monasteries, nunneries, and the people, the general public of Kinnaur, are offering this long life puja ceremony based on the white Tara, wish-fulfilling wheel. It's a ritual of white Tara. So there's going to be a Hindi translation.
जो कि विश्व के बौद्ध लोगों के प्रति ही नहीं, उसके अलावा भी जो भी बौद्ध धर्म के प्रति रुचि दिखाते हैं, उन लोगों का एक स्थान बना हुआ है। बहुत सारे लोग यहाँ पर आते हैं। जैसे कि मैं अपना उदाहरण दूं कि बचपन में दोमे क्षेत्र में जन्म लेने के उपरांत लासा में आकर के अध्यापन किया, और मैं एक पुण्यवान व्यक्ति के रूप में जन्म लेने के उपरांत भी शरणार्थी के रूप में लासा में आया, माफ़ कीजिए, भारत में आया। तो हमारे बीच अगर आज देखें कि विश्व भर के लोगों का मेरे प्रति सम्मान भी है, श्रद्धा भी है। आप सभी लोग मेरे प्रति अटूट एक प्रकार से श्रद्धा रखते हैं। और मेरे जो गुरुजन थे, टारा रिम्पोछे, दोरजे छांग, उनसे मैंने अपने उपदेश प्राप्त किए, अध्ययन मैंने उनसे किया था। तो वो हमेशा मुझे प्रातः 1 घंटे और शाम को 1 घंटे अध्ययन कराते थे, सिखाते थे। तो मैं अपने गुरुओं के प्रति बहुत ही कृतज्ञ हूँ। उसके साथ साथ जो मेरे गुरुजन थे वो बहुत ही गंभीर हुआ करते थे, और उनकी इस गंभीरता को मैं बहुत ही कृपा के रूप में देखता हूँ। इसके अलावा मेरे जो भी साथ में अध्ययन करने वाले सब लोग, वो भी बहुत ही कृपालु थे और हमेशा अध्ययन करने में सहयोग करते थे। मैं हमेशा अपने गुरुओं के प्रति माफ़ कीजिए, जो कि दोरजे छांग, टीचर रिम्पोछे और लिंग रिम्पोछे का मैं आभारी हूँ कि उनकी वजह से मैं कुछ सीख सका हूँ, अध्ययन कर सका। तो बौद्ध दर्शन का मैंने भी अध्ययन करने के बाद लासा में आकर के जिस प्रकार से पारंपरिक जो अध्ययन के व्यवस्था होती है उसको पूर्ण किया, और निरंतर मैं अपने गुरुओं के समक्ष रह कर के अध्ययन करता रहा। और उसके बाद अगर देखें अध्ययन के उपरांत, तो समय के परिवर्तन के हिसाब से एक तिब्बत में ऐसी आपदा या विपदा आने की वजह से मैं यहाँ शरणार्थी के रूप में भारत में आया। मैं ही नहीं, मेरे बहुत सारे साथी तिब्बत से यहाँ पर आए। लेकिन हमेशा मैं कहता हूँ कि एक जो अवसर है, भले ही हम लोगों के लिए एक मुश्किल हालात थे, लेकिन एक अवसर के रूप में इसको देखता हूँ। क्योंकि अगर शरणार्थी के रूप में अगर हम यहाँ नहीं आते, तो जैसे कि तिब्बत में जो परंपराएं चलती थी उसी के हिसाब से हम लोग अपना परंपरा के आधार पर चलते रहते, तो दुनिया में एक प्रकार से जो एक लोगों को सिखाने का या उनके साथ मिलने का अवसर शायद प्राप्त नहीं होता। और मैं अगर व्यक्तिगत रूप से अपने लिए कहूँ तो मुझे बहुत सारे लोगों से मिलने का एक अवसर प्राप्त हुआ, उनसे सीखने का भी अवसर प्राप्त हुआ है। और साथ साथ विश्व के तमाम लोग, आप जैसे लोग मेरे प्रति अटूट श्रद्धा और विश्वास रखते हैं। मैं आप सभी का बहुत आभारी हूँ। और मैंने अब तक अपने इस जीवन काल में निरंतर जो भी कार्य किए हैं उसको विश्व जानता है, आप सब लोग पहचानते हैं, और आगे भी इसी प्रकार से करता रहूँगा। आज आप लोग किन्नौर के जो हमारे बौद्ध धर्म अनुयायी लोग हैं, दीर्घायु प्रार्थना कर रहे हैं। मैं आप सभी का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूँ, आपका अनुमोदन करता हूँ।
Since we became exiles, on the one hand, of course, we were separated from our own country. But on the other hand, it has been a great opportunity, a very good opportunity. So not only the Himalayan people and the Tibetans, the locals here, and also people from around the world, there's an increasing number of the people who are appreciating me. So this is not just because of, what I consider most important is not just giving Dharma teachings, but as human beings, that we should live a life which accords with without having to touch on topics like past and future lives and so forth, but to live a human life with dignity, with honesty, not telling lies, and to have good heart, warm heart, and intention to help others to the best of our abilities. So this is my aim, and therefore not only Buddhists, but even non-believers around the world appreciate my teachings based on these principles. And so, in this world, on the one hand, we are exiles, we live as exiles, but having met with many different people from around the world, I teach how to develop a peaceful mind, and humility. So by having the sense of love and compassion and harmony amongst all people in the world, then you make your life a meaningful one. So having been born in this world becomes worthy if you do that. Otherwise, if you just fight based on the sense of us versus them and me versus others, then that's quite unfortunate. So, without having to touch on topics like past and future lives, but with a sense of oneness of humanity, if we could share our life in love and compassion, that is the best way to live our life, whether you believe in a religion or not, whether you accept a religion or not. As long as we are human beings born on this earth, if we could live a life of honesty, truthfulness, without making enemies with anyone, but having love and compassion to others. So I feel I can make give some help and benefit to the world and my friends. So you have also done your best, and I would like to thank my Dharma friends.
तो जैसा कि एक शरणार्थी के लिए उसका देश छूटता है, तो एक तो ये पक्ष होता है, दूसरा कि इस पक्ष में हम लोग एक अवसर भी देख लेते हैं कि अवसर प्राप्त होता है, बहुत सारे लोगों से मिलने का अवसर प्राप्त होता है, दूसरों से बातचीत करने का एक अवसर प्राप्त होता है। तो मेरे प्रति केवल तिब्बती भाई बहन ही श्रद्धा रखते हों, मेरे प्रति उनका सम्मान हो, ऐसा नहीं है। इसके अलावा आप जैसे लोग, हमारे हिमालयन क्षेत्र के लोग और विश्व के तमाम लोग मेरे प्रति अटूट एक प्रकार से श्रद्धा और विश्वास रखते हैं, मुझे पसंद करते हैं। तो जैसा कि हम लोगों को अपने जीवन का एक उद्देश्य जो होता है कि केवल स्थान बहुत ज़्यादा महत्वपूर्ण नहीं होता कि हमने कहाँ पर जन्म लिया, किस स्थान पर हैं, जैसा कि बौद्ध दर्शन में भी, ग्रंथों में भी देखने को मिलता है कि सबसे महत्वपूर्ण बात है कि हम एक अच्छे व्यक्ति बने, कभी लोगों से झूठ न बोलें, अर्थात जैसे कि 5 शील का हम लोग पालन करें और जितना हो सके लोगों का हम हित करें, उनका भला करें। तो मेरा जीवन का यही उद्देश्य ही रहा है और जिम्मेदारी भी रही है कि लोगों को मैं मदद कर सकूं, वैसा ही मैंने किया भी है। तो विश्व के लोग जो कि बौद्ध हैं ऐसा ही नहीं, अबौद्ध लोग और यहाँ तक कि जो नास्तिक लोग भी हैं वो भी मेरे प्रति श्रद्धा की भावना से मुझे देखते हैं और मेरे प्रति एक दोस्ताना व्यवहार भी रखते हैं। तो कई जो हमारे मित्र हैं उनसे भी बहुत सारा मैंने सीखा, खास करके जो मनोविज्ञान के क्षेत्र में, कि किस प्रकार से हम अपने मन को ठीक कर करके अच्छे व्यक्ति बन सकते हैं। तो हम लोगों को ये सीखना चाहिए और विश्व के सभी लोगों के प्रति हमारी मित्रता हो, उनको हम दोस्त बनाएं, उनको एक दुश्मन के रूप में न देखें, क्योंकि जिसने भी इस दुनिया में जन्म लिया है, विश्व में जो जन्म लिया है, तो हमारा उद्देश्य इस जीवन का तभी पूर्ण होगा जब उनको हम एक मित्र के रूप में, दोस्त के रूप में देखेंगे। अगर हम लोग सिर्फ और सिर्फ दूसरों का हित न करें, अपने स्वार्थ के बारे में सोचें, तो उतना अच्छा नहीं होगा। और इसके साथ साथ जो हमारे सार्वभौमिक एक जिम्मेदारी, सबके प्रति एकता की, एक रूपता की भावना हमारे अंदर पैदा होनी चाहिए, ये मेरा उद्देश्य रहा है। और अपने जीवन में यही कोशिश की कि सारे के सारे लोग साथ जुड़ सकें, एक मित्रता के रूप में रह सकें। तो वो चाहे किसी भी पंथ परंपरा को मानने वाले क्यों न हों, किसी भी धर्म को मानने वाले क्यों न हों, लेकिन एक मनुष्य होने के नाते हमारे बीच एकता होनी चाहिए। और मैं मानता हूं कि मैं एक विश्व का पार्ट हूं, अंग हूं, उसी प्रकार से आप सभी लोग हैं। तो एक विश्व के भाग होने के नाते हम सभी को एकता के रूप में देखना चाहिए, एक दूसरे का सम्मान करना चाहिए, किसी को भी दुश्मन न मान करके उसको अगर मित्र मानते हैं तो ये हमारे लिए बहुत ही अच्छा होगा और जीवन का वास्तविक एक सार्थक अर्थ होगा। और मैंने अपने जीवन काल में अब तक यही किया है कि किसी को भी जो कि दूर न रख करके एक मित्रवत भावना को मैंने अपनाया। तो मेरे धर्म बंधुओं, आप लोग अभी तक अच्छा करते आए हैं और आगे भी इसी प्रकार से आप अच्छा करते रहें। आप सभी का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
So, as a gift of Dharma, the best gift of Dharma is to give this Bodhisattva vows. So as soon as I wake up in the morning, I always meditate on bodhicitta, this altruistic spirit of enlightenment. So if we could live with a good heart throughout our life, that would be very good, isn't it? When I was in China, visited China, the Chinese leaders were very good when they talked about how to serve others and think about the country and so forth. They were very good, but then they also were indulging in hypocrisy and deceiving others as well. So we have not been able to live in our own country but live in exile. So this has been a blessing in disguise. The difficulties we face, of course we face many difficulties and adverse conditions, but the Buddha's teaching has this message of cultivating good heart towards others, to have a kindness and intention to benefit others. And we all believe in the teaching of the Buddha. And so, as far as I'm concerned, not only for the Tibetans, but of course I do teach about this good heart, warm-heartedness, kindness to Tibetans. Not only that, but I also teach to others who are not non-Tibetans. So you are offering this long life puja ceremony for me. So everyone gathered here, my Dharma friends in the Dharma, I would like to thank you all for this puja ceremony. So Dharma, or teaching of the Buddha, is about taming or disciplining and controlling our mind to have a good heart, warm-heartedness within ourselves, and intention, with the motivation to help others. So, so it is very important for us to have a warm heart towards others. So of course this place is a place of the Buddha, and so we have gathered here in this very sacred place, and so we will do the Bodhisattva vow.
जितने भी संवर या दीक्षाएं उसमें से सबसे महत्वपूर्ण माना जाता है, तो मैं प्रातः हर रोज उठ करके उसका अभ्यास निरंतर करता आ रहा हूँ, अभी भी मैं उसका करता हूँ। तो सबसे पहले कि हमें अपने जीवन
So we'll use this text for bodhicitta, which says, I go for refuge to the three jewels, I confess individually all my wrongdoings, I rejoice in the merits of the migrating beings, the merit of all beings. I take to heart Buddha's enlightenment and so forth.
बाद में जाकर के फिर उस पर अभ्यास न करना, अमल में न लगाना, लोगों को बेवकूफ़ बनाने इस प्रकार से करते हैं। तो कुल मिलाकर के जो हम अभ्यास करें उसी पर हम लोगों को चलते रहना चाहिए। तो हम भले ही शरणार्थी के रूप में हैं, और एक कहावत है कि आपदा को अवसर के रूप में हमको तलाशना चाहिए। तो हम सभी तिब्बती भाई बहनों को इस दुखद घड़ी को, इस आपदा को एक अवसर के रूप में देखते हुए अपने जीवन को अच्छा बनाने की कोशिश करना चाहिए, क्योंकि तथागत बुद्ध ने हमें जो उपदेश दिए हैं, और उनके उपदेश का यही उद्देश्य था कि हम किस प्रकार से व्यक्तिगत रूप से अच्छे व्यक्ति बन सकें, एक भले इंसान बन सकें। तो हम लोग सभी बुद्ध के अनुयायी हैं, हम तिब्बती भाई बहन बुद्ध के उन उपदेशों को पिछले हजारों वर्षों से सुनते आ रहे हैं, उनका आत्मसात करते आ रहे हैं। तो उससे निश्चित रूप से लाभ होता है, उससे हम सभी को एक प्रकार से फ़ायदा होता है। तो मैं भी अभी तक एक अच्छा व्यक्ति बनने के लिए प्रयास किया हूँ, और विश्व के जितने भी लोग मिले हैं उन सभी को मैं हमेशा भगवान बुद्ध के जो उपदेश हैं कि किस प्रकार से हम अच्छे व्यक्ति बन सकते हैं, तो उनके लिए उनको मैं उसी तरह से उपदेश दिया। तो आज आप लोग मेरे लिए यहाँ पर दीर्घायु प्रार्थना कर रहे हैं, तो आप सभी का पुनः मैं बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ कि आप लोग जो कि मेरे लिए प्रार्थनाएं कर रहे हैं कि मैं दीर्घायु को प्राप्त हो सकूँ। तो जहाँ तक धर्म का अगर मतलब है, तो धर्म का मतलब होता है कि अपने मन को शुद्ध करना, चित्त को परिशुद्ध करना, वो धर्म का वास्तविक अर्थ होता है। अगर हम अपने मन को अच्छा करेंगे, सुदृढ़ करेंगे, तो निश्चित रूप से हम एक धर्म का अभ्यास कर रहे हैं, इस प्रकार से मानना चाहिए। और उससे पूर्व बुद्ध चित्त के संबल लेने से पहले जो हमारी शरण गमन है, उसमें भी हम लोग को अच्छी तरह से पारंगत होना चाहिए, अच्छे से अभ्यास करना चाहिए। और ये केवल संवर या दीक्षा लेने भर से हमारा हित नहीं हो सकता है, हम लोगों को जितना हो सके दिन रात उसमें अभ्यास करना ज़्यादा महत्वपूर्ण है। तो हम लोग यहाँ पर माने कि ये जो स्थान है एक विशेष स्थान, ये बुद्ध विहार विशेष स्थान जहाँ पर भगवान बुद्ध साक्षात विराजमान हैं, उनके आशीर्वाद हैं। इसके अलावा तमाम बुद्ध और बोधिसत्व भी उनका ये क्षेत्र रहा है। तो हम लोग इस प्रेरणा के साथ, इस भावना को मानते हुए कि सारे के सारे बुद्ध और बोधिसत्व यहाँ पर हैं, हम बोधचित्त का दीक्षा प्राप्त करेंगे, संवर प्राप्त करेंगे।
On my part, generating bodhicitta, cultivating bodhicitta, and reflecting on it, I do it on it every day. As soon as I wake up in the morning, I do this. So I try to, and it helps to have a pure mind, untainted mind, by eliminating the pollutants. So it is very important for us to consider bodhicitta, this spirit of altruistic spirit of enlightenment, awakening, as very important in our daily life.
जो हमारे मन में अगर कोई मैल है या किसी प्रकार की बुराई है वो दूर हो जाती है। तो इस प्रकार से बोधचित्त का जो उत्पाद करना, उसका अभ्यास करना सबसे ज़्यादा महत्वपूर्ण होता है।
So we are going to go through the ceremony for taking bodhisattva vows. As soon as I wake up in the morning, I cultivate bodhicitta, and then I take bodhisattva vows. This I do every day in the morning, as soon as I wake up. And so what this helps is to have love, compassion, and also courage to work for others, and to dedicate oneself for the well-being of others. So that's why it's very beneficial. So please repeat these lines of bodhisattva vows, taking bodhisattva vows after me.
तो इसके लाभ क्या हैं, उन लाभ के बारे में भी मैं चिंतन करता हूँ। तो ये जो अभ्यास है बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है। जो मैं कहूँ आप लोग उसका अनुसरण करें, आप लोग भी दोहराएं।
The Buddha Shakyamuni, since his passing away, it's been over 2,500 years. But his message of love and compassion is still very fresh. His teaching today is still very fresh in today's world. Today, people who had no connection with Buddhism in the past and no interest are gaining interest and taking interest in the Buddha's teaching by seeing the reason and logic. Through reason and logic, they gain interest in the teaching of the Buddha. And in China, where Buddhism, religious faith, has been seen as adversary and crushed, but people's faith has still remained very firm. So here we are going to do the Bodhisattva vows, ceremony for Bodhisattva vows, and have this delight in our heart to take this Bodhisattva vows, feeling that this is a very auspicious opportunity for us. So I do take Bodhisattva vows every day in the morning, and so you are going to take the Bodhisattva vows here. So therefore, first of all, imagine the Buddha in the space before you, surrounded by the 16 arahats, the elders, 16 elders, and also the 6 ornaments and 2 sublime masters of India, and the Tibetan Dharma kings like Songtsen Gampo, and down the and masters of all the Tibetan Buddhist traditions who have established and kept up with this teaching of the Buddha firmly on the Tibetan soil. And so as I reflect on bodhicitta, meditate on bodhicitta, and take bodhisattva vows on a daily basis, here, please, everyone, lay persons and monastics, young and old, feel that you are very fortunate to have this opportunity to take these bodhisattva vows and feel courageous. And so today, the teaching of the Buddha is, the religious faith in China is increasing. Buddhism is not about playing musical instruments, but to have a good heart to benefit other sentient beings. And so with this motivation, if you have this motivation, this is the essence of the teaching, or the essence of the religion or spirituality. When we think of religion, sometimes we think about playing different musical instruments like oboes and drums and so forth, cymbals. But that's not the real essential teaching or the religion. The essential teaching is to have a good heart. So, with the Buddha surrounded by all the great Buddha who lived 2,500 years and more, but his blessings are still flowing, fresh, even now. And so the Buddha, with his major and minor, 32 major marks and 80 minor signs, and think of the Buddha who is surrounded by the Arahats and so forth. So with your firm devotion in the Buddha and his disciples and followers, just as they have practiced the bodhicitta, make the determination that you will also follow in their footsteps. And so, therefore, that you will take this bodhisattva vow from in front of the Buddha, and then on a daily basis from now on, try to cultivate bodhicitta within yourself. So, when you reflect on bodhicitta, then you will feel that all the difficulties just subside. So this brave heart of bodhicitta, which thinks of benefiting all sentient beings, is something incredible, amazing, wonderful. So, with the visualization of the Buddha, surrounded by Arahats and so forth, and in front of the Buddha, them take this bodhisattva vow. Please repeat these lines. So we'll not go through the 7-limb prayer as such. I seek refuge in the rituals. I confess each and every wrongdoing. I rejoice in the virtues of all beings. I take to heart the state of Buddhahood. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. In order to fulfill the aims of myself and others, I shall develop the spirit of enlightenment. Having developed the spirit of highest enlightenment, I shall invite all sentient beings as my guests. I shall enact the delightful, supreme, enlightening practices. May I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Please repeat for the second time. I seek refuge in the three jewels. I confess each and every wrongdoing. I rejoice in the virtues of all all beings. I take to heart the state of Buddhahood. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. In order to fulfill the aims of myself and others, I shall develop the spirit of enlightenment. Having developed the spirit of highest enlightenment, I shall invite all sentient beings as my guests. I shall enact the delightful, supreme, enlightening conduct. May I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. So we have done 2 times. Please repeat it for the 3rd time. I seek refuge in the 3 jewels. I confess each and every wrongdoing. I rejoice in the virtues of all beings. I take to heart the state of Buddhahood. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. In order to fulfill the aims of myself and others, I shall develop the spirit of enlightenment. Having developed the spirit of enlightenment, highest enlightenment, I shall invite all sentient beings as my guests. I shall enact the delightful, supreme, enlightening conduct. May I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. So with this, you have taken the Bodhisattva vows. And if you could take the Bodhisattva vow daily in the morning, as soon as I wake up, I reflect on Bodhicitta. It helps to have courage, determination, dedication, and it helps also to reduce my attachment, anger, and so forth. And then next, we will I'll give transmission of some mantras. First is Buddha Shakyamuni mantra, Om Muni Muni Mahamuni Swaha. Please repeat. Om Muni Muni Mahamuni Swaha. Om Muni Muni Mahamuni Swaha. And next is Avalokiteshvara mantra. Om Mani Peme Hum. Om Mani Peme Hum. Om Mani Peme Hum. Next is Tara mantra. Om Tare Tutare Ture Swaha. Om Tare Tutare Ture Swaha. Om Tare Tutare Ture Swaha. Next is Guru Padma Sambhava's mantra. Om Ahum Veza Guru Pema Siddhi Hum. Om Ahum Veza Guru Pema Siddhi Hum. Om Ahum Veza Guru Pema Siddhi Hum. So these are the transmissions of the mantras. And so today's the long life puja offered by the Kinnaur people is the main program. So according to my dream, there's indication that I would live to be 110 plus years old. I was born in Amdo region, where there used to be Muslims, Siling region. But through my past aspirational prayers and karma, I was recognized as the reincarnation of the 13th Dalai Lama and moved to Lhasa and received teachings from my spiritual teachers, my tutors. And then I also visited China, and then afterwards came to India. Though things, there had been ups and downs in my life, the bodhicitta is something that has given me a stable state of mind to have this good heart, to have love and compassion towards all beings. This human warm-heartedness that is within me has survived me. And so with this we have finished, we had doing the long life puja.
Maybe मुझे कई बार कहा जाए
Next comes the Thanksgiving mandala offering.
100 वर्ष से अधिक होगी। और मेरा अगर जीवन काल को अगर देखेंगे कि हम दो जैसे सुदूर क्षेत्र में जन्म लेने के उपरांत लासा में आकर के अध्ययन अध्यापन किया, परम पावन दलाई लामा जी का एक पदवी प्राप्त की, और मैं अपने गुरुओं के प्रति बहुत ही आभारी हूँ कि उनकी वजह से ही जो भी हूँ मैं उनकी वजह से हूँ। तो इस उपरांत चीन गया, भारत में गया, दुनिया के अन्य देशों में गया, तो लोगों का जो जीवन यापन है वो अलग अलग इस तरह का होता है, लेकिन हमारे अंदर जो बोध चित्त की भावना है, जो अभ्यास है, वो बहुत ज़्यादा महत्वपूर्ण है। वो हमारे जीवन के लिए सबसे लाभदायक है। धर्म कोई भी हो, हम किसी भी पंथ परंपरा के मानने वाले क्यों न हों, लेकिन एक अच्छे व्यक्ति बनना, बोध चित्त का अभ्यास करना, ये बहुत ज़्यादा महत्वपूर्ण होता है। तो इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ आज का मैं अपनी वाणी को समाप्त करता हूँ। आप सभी का धन्यवाद।
Protector of the teaching and beings of Tibet, you who greatly elucidate the path combining emptiness and compassion, ocean of teaching, Tenzin Gyatso, teachings, Tenzin Gyatso, Padmapani holding a lotus in your hand, to you I pray, may all your wishes spontaneously be fulfilled. And next, mandala offering is crowned, anointed with perfumes, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Sumeru, the 4 continents, the sun and the moon. I imagine this as a Buddha filled and offer it to you. May all living beings enjoy the pure, perfect Buddha filled. Surrounded by snow-fenced mountains, the source of all good and happiness, Tenzin Gyatso, Lord of Avalokiteshvara, may you live until the samsara comes to an end. Celestial realm encircled by snow peaks, you are the source of every happiness and benefit. Tenzin Gyatso Avalokiteshvara in person, may your lotus feet remain firm for 100 eons. May your lotus feet remain until the samsara comes to an end. Next is the possessing great excellence, you are like a mountain of gold, protector of the 3 worlds, who have eliminated the 3 types of flaws, Buddhas with eyes like lotus in bloom. May you be granted auspicious of peace today. Their teachings are supreme and unchanging, famed throughout the three worlds, worshipped by celestial beings and humans. The sacred Dharma that brings peace to all beings, may you be granted auspiciousness of peace today. Possessing the sacred Dharma, they are rich with the fortune of learning. The Sangha, worthy of offerings by human celestials and semi-celestial beings, supreme community, conscientious and glorious, may you be granted auspiciousness of peace today. And next is the prayer of the words of truth, written by His Holiness the Dalai Lama. You whose glory is an ocean of immeasurable qualities, and who look upon poor beings as if they were your only child, Sugatas of past, present, and future, Bodhisattvas and your disciples, pray heed these lamentations of truth. Truth, may the entire teaching of the Buddha, which dispel all the torments of existence and peace, spreads to benefit the whole wide world with help and happiness. May those who hold them, scholars and practitioners, flourish in their practice of 10 activities of the Dharma, utterly oppressed by the intolerable intensity of their negative actions. Deprived beings are tortured by interminable suffering, pacify their unbearable diseases, wars and famines, and bring them the succor of infinite joy and well-being. In particular, the people of Tibet, inheritors of the Dharma, and being destroyed by the many evils of the barbarian hordes, malevolent and heartless, in a river of blood and tears, arouse the force of compassion that their torment may be swiftly stopped. Those hosts of savage oppressors, cruelly crazed by their own demonic passions, who bring ruin in on both others and themselves, deserve our compassion. May they develop a complete vision of right and wrong, and appreciate the benefits of loving care and friendship. In short, Lord Protector Avalokiteshvara, in the presence of the conquerors and Bodhisattvas, I pray, take under your care the Buddha filter of the sacred land of snow, that the good results of the vast aspirations you have made right now may swiftly come about. By the profound dependent arising, so the absolute nature, arising of absolute nature, the emptiness and appearance, the power of three jewels, compassion, strength, and words of truth, and the infallible force of cause and effect, may these our aspirations to the truth be accomplished without any hindrance. May whatever is undertaken by those malevolent beings, be they visible or invisible, who, due to their perverse aspirations in the past, are hostile to the Buddhist teaching, be uprooted by the truth of the three jewels. So with this, we complete the long life ceremony.